Hey, yo, listen up, man. Milk is for baby. Beef build muscle. You hear me? Yeah, I said it. Beef build muscle. California, baby. RTDs, baby. On the go. Let's get it. Milk is for babies. Beef it up with carnivore RTDs. 40 grams of protein. Zero fat, zero sugar, zero lactose. Get yours today.
Where's Victor, bro?
Bro, you gonna do the intro?
Bro, this is a Victor job.
Victor.
We need somebody to do an intro. Where is Victor? We've been missing Victor. We need him.
For a long time.
Oh!
Say something about me?
Oh, okay.
He's back.
What's up, bro?
I'm back.
He's back.
You're alive, man.
Welcome back.
That's right. Let me get this on. Testing. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us in Generation Iron Podcast. Your host, me, Victor Martinez, back from a little hiatus. Vlad Yudin, Edwin Mejia, and Ehsan Farahi.
The brand new haircut.
Over here, brand new haircut, man. Show off.
Vic,
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Vic, everybody thought you abandoned us, bro.
yeah.
Nah, not abandoned. You know how it is. It's
Man.
just, I'm always on the grind.
People keep asking, where's Vic? Did he leave?
I
Is
know.
he coming back?
Mr. Podcast, Mr. You guys,
miss you,
usual, Mr. fans out there, our loyal listeners. And, I'm back, Hopefully I can stay here for a little bit, but
For a couple of days.
for a couple of days, I know. I got to keep the hustle going, man,
How many cities have you been to in the last
Man,
month?
talking about at least 32 different cities.
Wow.
Man.
32
32?
cities in the last
That's
2 or 3
crazy.
months, right?
Actually, no, it's bullshit, bro. 42.
42 cities. That's a lot of
Wow,
cities.
that's even more.
U.S. and,
Every day I checking your Instagram, you was in different city, different state. Wow.
different city, different state, different gym when you could find one, because I hate, and I'm not a big fan of corporate gyms. So every time I looked in a local city, I always try to look for mom and pop. And one of the things I notice is I look for gyms with bad reviews.
Well, you
Really?
went to-
Why? Why bad reviews?
Because they wind up being the best gyms, actually.
Really?
Yeah, which is weird. This gym
I
is
can
nice.
tell. I can see why. I can see what. I saw you went to that gym that had like 1980s like gym equipment. in there.
Dangerous.
Exactly.
Where was that?
That was my prime reason why I went to that gym. They said it's dirty. People train too hard. Too many bodybuilders. And I said, this is my kind of gym.
This is my gym.
This is my
I saw you made a
kind of
post.
gym.
You were like, tell me the best. I think it was Detroit or something. You said, tell me the best mom and pop gym. If not, I'm going to the bar.
I went to the bar.
You went to the
Yes,
bar.
I went to the
Man,
bar.
what's
I
happening
drank.
in this country?
You know what?
What is happening in New York? There's like not. It's like non-existent. It's like
Yes.
the evolution of dying gyms.
There's a lot of dying gyms. There's no hardcore gyms. Everything else, I think, I don't care about LA Fitness or these corporate gyms, but LA Fitness is like the dirtiest gyms I ever been to. I don't know what happened there. The stocks have lowered. The investors are
Damn.
gone. I don't know what is going on.
probably what it is.
But, it's some of the gyms I went to, the mom and pops, they were actually great.
Did you go to Planet Fitness?
Come on, man. What's going on here, bro? What is this, bro? I don't even know what that is.
I heard you were.
I
at
call him
Planet
Planet Ifness.
So for those who don't know, you've been on tour. You've been
Yeah,
working with Busta Rhymes,
been on
50
tour
Cent.
with 50 and Busta Rhymes. No, I'm not cutting a freaking album or anything. I'm not coming out with a single.
Dominican Dominator with an album.
Yeah. No. There's no reggaeton record coming out. Maybe bachata though. I don't know.
That would be a pretty dope cover.
I mean, it's cool. It's different because Busta asked me, a while ago. He said, "Yo, Vic," and I gotta say it in his voice, "Yo, what's up, big bro? You able to train me on tour? Or what's up?" And I was like, I can't turn Busta down,
Yeah.
Busta came to my restaurant years ago, and ever since then, either I train him or Victor Munoz trains him.
That's great, man.
And we set a goal. We set a goal for him, and so far we're about a third of the goal into his shape. So you guys will reveal his shape after this tour. You're gonna see what he looks like.
That's awesome. And that's even harder to do when you're on the road, like the way those guys are eating and drinking all night. I mean, some of them are probably not drinking as much anymore, but Busta's
No comment on that.
It's
bro.
not just drinking, resting, sleeping. Every night they have performance.
Yeah.
Every night is a
challenging for you,
performance.
no?
I mean, there was 1 week we did like 7 days in a row.
That's crazy.
Wow.
7 days in a row is like one city, the next, and it's basically.
It's a lot of pre-workout, I guess.
No, and again, it's I don't do pre-workouts. I do my espressos, but I'm used to it because it brought me back to working the club life.
Right.
Staying up to like
The tunnel days.
Yeah, the tunnel days, 4 or 5 in the. So it didn't bother me, So
What about eating on the road? How you been eating? And stuff
eating?
like
And we do have catering.
that? Okay, so you're good.
We have catering, and
You have chef. You tell
no, I don't have the chef. The superstars have the chef, man. The superstars only. I don't have my own chef.
Vic definitely doesn't go anywhere without having catering or food available.
But I do find the food. I had to make friends with my the staff from catering. Shout out to the catering. All the Brits and the Irish women that are out there. They were great, man. Great. They get the food. They cook it fresh, and they work so hard, man. They work like 12-hour days. Wow,
Yeah, it's a tough job.
Well, we're happy to have you back here.
Yes.
We're really excited because there's so much has been going on in the industry in the last couple of weeks, and we've getting.
I know.
We have a backlog of questions for Vic.
No, but I've been seeing, again, I always follow Generation Now when I have a chance, You know how it is. A couple of good things here, a couple of victories in bodybuilding, a couple of deaths here and there.
Man, always a couple of
those
deaths,
you don't
right?
celebrate, rest in peace. So anybody is not longer here. But let's keep it positive, though. You want to set it off,
Should we do the
Edwin?
question of the day?
Yeah, so the question of the day
let's set it off.
is brought to you by Muscle Meds. Of course, we want to thank Muscle Meds for being our sponsor.
Beef protein, baby.
They have the #1 non-dairy beef protein in the market, without a doubt. I mean, that's obviously something I attest to. I tried the
Delicious.
RTDs. The
Oh my
RTDs are
God.
amazing. They're gone. They're not even here anymore.
the taste is so good.
So the first question we got
I'm drinking the RTDs on the road, man. Maybe you could send me some too.
actually, Vic is going to get a nice supply of those RTDs,
There
without
you
a
go.
doubt.
Thanks, G. Thank you.
So the first question we have, obviously, that Vic selected
Yes.
here is from a gentleman called Chuy Suntest 4425. I hope I pronounced that okay. But basically,
Probably
Vlad,
butchered it.
Chewy.
Yeah.
You like Star Trek?
Ask
mean,
Victor,
Star
how
Wars.
often do bodybuilders donate blood, either on their bulk or competition season, or how do they keep their blood from getting too thick? For example, red blood cell count. I ask because I'm on a testosterone cycle 100 milligrams every 5 days, and my blood thickness goes up, and I donate blood every 3 to 6 months. I wonder if they just up the dose on fish oil and baby aspirin every day? So, kind of a few questions in one.
I mean, it's a little contradicting there because he's donating the blood, but he's always taking 100 milligrams,
right?
Test.
of tests, and then
Every 5 days.
he's taking the baby aspirin. So it's basically when you're on the juice, you could take the baby aspirin, so it won't enhance that thickness that eventually is still gonna happen because you're on the juice.
Exactly.
But as far as donating, I'm not sure if you're actually donating because you can't donate when you're on juice.
Yeah.
Juice blood.
Yeah,
Spiked.
you can. Maybe you're dumping blood. So let's just say you're.
Why does he want to
dumping
donate the blood so bad? I don't know.
No, you could donate. It's actually good. It actually
They
cleans
take off
out.
your blood, but they're
Yeah.
not given to hospital. They dump it.
Yeah, blood
Really?
dumping is one of them. If you're
What's
on
the point
juice.
of blood dumping? What
Oh
for?
man, you want to lower the iron, good heart health. I mean, it regenerates blood cells.
Yeah.
Platelets. Yes. You want to do that. So a lot of you guys out there that have been juicing for years, you should do it. Donate, but just don't try to bleed out yourself in the bathroom or anything like that.
Oh, that sounds gross, bro.
Yeah.
Don't bleed out.
So
That's disgusting.
But if you're a woman and
There
you're
you go.
juicing, that
He's
comes
back.
natural.
Well, the
You're
blood
dumping
you gotta
blood
do-
already.
You got to do it in the hospital, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta
can't
do it
just
in
do
the
it at home.
hospital, or unless you have a nurse practitioner
Oh, there you go.
that can pretty much help you
Professional.
out. A doctor that's, you know, help you out, because you don't want your boy that sells weed on the corner to do it for you, because you might take out too much blood.
Might die.
Might die.
Victor
you know?
Martinez coming back.
That's not a medical advice, guys.
Yeah. So just get somebody that knows, and I will have to say, once a year is good enough.
Oh, once a year to do.
It's
do
good
every 3
enough.
months.
You can do it
Okay,
a couple of times a year. I mean, I've seen and read people do it, you know, every whatever few weeks. But it's a lot of benefits. A lot of benefits, healthy wise, and maybe you could find something out that you don't know you had by, you know, dumping blood, donating blood. You know, so it's definitely something I recommend, especially if you're juicing. And even if you're not, donate, you know, save somebody's lives, you know.
So that is
Interesting.
Vic's question. I mean, answer to your question, and obviously that's our winner for the week.
What's his name again? Can you read it? Can you read
So
that?
his winner, the winner
Chewy.
is
Star Wars.
Chuy Sun Test 4425. CHUY Sun Test 4425.
So hit us up, and you get a bucket of this or RTDs, whatever you
Yeah.
decide. And actually, I wanted to ask you one more. There was another question that I saw. It was kind of interesting. Maybe because obviously you have huge arms, and this guy is asking, Victor, what's one of your best arm workouts? Let me know because my arms won't grow.
Oh man, just keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. Dips, barbell curls, push downs, overhead dumbbell extensions, skull crushers, alternate dumbbell curls and concentration curls.
How often
you
you're
know?
working your arm?
Yeah. How often?
Once a week.
So do you do
Once-
bicep? So you just named a bunch of tricep workouts, right? So those,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying
For
biceps and triceps.
barbell is definitely and preacher. Those
Okay.
two you gotta have, and definitely concentration curls.
Do you mix your arm workout with other arm muscle, or you do it individually?
I like to switch it up. So basically, once a month, I might do chest and buys, and then shoulders and tries. And then the other days, I just do arms by themselves.
And you do four exercises for biceps.
Usually,
four
3 is enough. You
for
know?
biceps, and then 3 for triceps.
Yeah. Usually 3 is enough. Is a lot of times, you know, I seen people do like 4. You could do that every once in a while. It's not crazy, but the only thing that changes the effects is going too crazy on the number of sets. You know, I seen somebody do like 20 sets as if they was doing legs or back or anything.
Is it better to do lower weight but more reps, or higher weight but less reps for biceps?
I say higher weight. You know,
Higher weight, less
go
rep.
for more weight if you want those big arms. And then again, if you're an athlete, that changes. You know, if you play baseball, if you're a boxer, that changes, because now the more muscle you put, you know, basically is gonna, you know, hinder your performance. It's gonna definitely slow you down for boxing.
Endurance and all that other stuff.
Endurance and conditioning, yeah. So it varies based on the athlete, but if you're a bodybuilder, definitely go heavy and try to get at least, you know, no less than 8 reps, and you can go as much as 15.
So if a guy comes to you and says, my biceps just won't grow, is it usually bullshit? Is it because they're just not doing it right?
It's not
Or-
doing it right. His execution is not right. The intensity is not right. Or
It will grow if you do
He's
it
probably
right.
doing it or too often. Too often leads to overtraining. You know, you got to remember you use your arms for shoulders, for back,
Yeah.
for chest. I mean,
Non-stop arms working, you know. Sometimes
indirectly.
overtraining, you know.
Yeah, indirectly. So overtraining does happen, and that will get you on the negative and building your arms.
There you go. I think I wanted to add that in there because I
Yeah,
feel like,
no problem. You know, I'll be answering the same question tomorrow in the airport somewhere.
So yeah, that answers the question, and I mean, I think a lot of people will be very interested in hearing that answer. This week, we heard, Vic, that Big Ramy has decided not to compete at the Olympia this year. The Olympia is roughly, where are we? Almost like less than 2 months away now. Almost 2 months away.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on that, Vic? Obviously, we were getting hints that he was not going to compete.
Sana's happy about that.
But in March,
Thank you, Big Ramy. Seriously, you have to say thanks.
I knew he was going to say that.
Sometimes you have to one step back to see the bigger picture.
Right.
And I think this is the best decision ever he had for this sport. One step back, see what's going on, look at yourself, look at the other people, and then come back to stronger. I mean, I was so happy to hear
No,
that.
as soon as I saw the news, I knew you.
So does it mean retirement? Do you think? So
you
you're
think
saying
it's retirement?
It's not retirement.
No, how old is Ramy now?
40, 39, 40.
Yeah, he's still fairly
he's not
young.
young.
You know, but I mean, as far as opinion, I have so many different types, of opinion. It's like I look at every angle, Aside from Ramy getting hints, like, are you taking time off? From many different places and people, and also by the way he was placing. So he's kind of getting indirect messages
From the judges.
Judges, placing, fans, social media. So when you see that, it's kind of like, it's kind of discouraging. And so he saw it. But at the same time, taking the time off, you're saving your own life, man.
Exactly.
You're saving your life. You're saving, your physique. You're still giving your time to come back better. And make those changes,
Yes.
because if you're kind of always there, and a year is really nothing in bodybuilding. It's like you can do a show today, and by the time you get ready for the next show, it's already a year.
Change the training style.
Yeah. So just revamp your training style, and revamp your physique, get back, strong and healthy.
So you both don't think that's actually a signal for him to retire?
That's a whole a signal to retire. I mean, you could get a simple signal. Like he's had a few. So I mean, the retirement, it's all on him.
The good thing for Big Ramy, he's a Mr. Olympia. Anytime he wants, he can come back to Mr. Olympia.
He could stop and he's still better
without
off.
qualification. So
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's a Mr. Olympia.
Right.
When you turn
No need
Mr.
to
Olympia,
qualify.
you don't need to qualify for
Right.
Mr. Olympia.
Well, he's a two-time Mr. Olympia too, as well. So obviously he's commanded a lot of respect.
No, for
He's
sure.
someone who's already a veteran in the sport. So I'm
No,
sure
my point is, anytime he wants, he come back easily.
Right.
like that.
No, I understand. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But do you think he will? That's my question.
yes,
Honestly, just
yes,
be an honest answer.
Yes, he
You
will.
think he will come back next year?
I mean, I don't know the next year, but he come back 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a good position. Like
He's
you
not
said.
done. He's not done.
Yeah, he's in a good position. One, he's got the contracts behind him. He's got the companies behind him. He's got the title of Mr. Olympia behind him and the Arnold. So he's in a great position, unlike most of the other should have been Mr. Olympias.
Right.
So as far as Ramy goes, it's like whatever he does, he's still good. So for him bowing out and people looking at him like, oh man, it's so sad. It's like, no, it's really not that sad because he's in a great position right now. He has the titles. He could do whatever the goddamn thing he wants.
Of course. But the question is, do you guys think Hadi will win it again this year? He's been posting some updates of his physique, and what do you guys think? I know it's too early for the predictions, and I hate predictions.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I want to give my opinion. I think that Hadi will win again this year. People will say, well, you have Nick Walker and you have the other guys, but I just, with Big Ramy out of the picture, I think to me, it's even more clear that Hadi will win.
Let's see. The only thing about Hadi is that, they've been posting some anomalies on his physique.
anomalies like what?
Yeah, with the delts and the back.
But the same thing was happening for the last 2 years, and it didn't.
I know, but when it becomes so how do you say, obvious?
Really?
Synthol?
He was accused
I
of
can't
that.
say that. I can't say I'm not in his camp, but in bodybuilding you can notice anomalies because you're showing your almost naked physique constantly.
Sure.
And when it looks unnatural and the muscles flexing without you flexing, it's kind of like.
But he's been accused of Synthol before last year's Olympia, and then he won.
They say it. We don't know. But I want to say something about Hadi Choopan. Hadi Choopan changed Mr. Olympia vision. They go back to the 90s again to bring
More
the
aesthetic.
conditioning and status look. So all athletes from the second, third to the end has to be follow Mr. Olympia.
Yes.
So one point everyone come against Hadi Chupan. Hadi doesn't have a size. Hadi is not that monster on stage.
Not tall, not as tall as the other guys, right?
So I mean, tallness is not that point, but he wasn't that monster.
Right.
He was very small on stage, basically.
Yeah,
Right.
but
So
he
you-
dominates
But
on
right
condition.
now, if you look at right now, he bring that monster look. So to my view, yes, the people say, oh, his back it's lumpy, his back is that, is that. To my view, no, his back is not lumpy. His back grow.
Yeah.
He's grow double size of the last year. And don't forget, that video he posted was 7 weeks out of Mr. Olympia. He still need time to go down and down. And you know and I know how he come on stage shredded.
Are you convinced now?
No, I mean, again, Hadi, he looks good. He's got some of the best conditioning up there, you know, and he's only put on more muscle.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not coming in smaller. And once you're Olympia, that gives you a different type of reinforcement. So you train balls to the walls and then some.
Do you remember 1993 our Mr. Olympia? Dorian Yates from 1992
Yeah,
to 1993 he
when he
come
catapulted.
he games change, yes.
Yup.
I believe this exactly happening to Hardy too. He's gaming and he's a shadow too.
Yes.
No one seeing him for a year, and suddenly he posts one picture, one
Yup.
video, and everyone was shocked.
It's going to be
by it.
interesting to see that for sure.
It's
like
really
nuts.
interesting. But one person is interesting too. It's Samson. Don't
Yes.
forget Samson.
Can't forget Samson.
Oh my!
He's gonna be a big
freaking
player.
gods.
He's a big player. there.
Dangerous.
Samson growing like a weed every day, and everyone talk about Drake Lunsford. I'm saying watch the Samson.
Derek is putting on some good muscle, but the only thing people might question is his maturity still. Is it coming out?
You guys seen a
That's
headline?
it.
You guys seen a headline today? Sorry to interrupt you. You guys seen a headline? Michael Krizo from Slovakia said he's going for number 8 this year, and he will easily defeat Hunter Labrada. It was a pretty bold statement he made.
I mean,
Hunter
Andrew
Labrada.
Jack beat him already. So I mean, Kriskov. So far, when he comes in, he's had a few hit or misses. So that's the only thing. And then Hunter, I think he's just having a little midsection issue, right?
Yeah,
Operation or something?
touring the chest. Too.
And a tear in the back.
Or
So
surgery?
that
Oh yeah.
yeah, Kriskov, as far as we know, we haven't seen any significant or viewable
Yeah.
injuries. You know.
Well, I mean, look, I personally think it's very, to me, it's obvious. You have, Hani Rambod training, Hadi Chupat, and
He's
Derek
training the
Lunsford.
top 3.
And at the end of the day, Derek Lunsford came out of nowhere, placed number 2. The guy's 30 years old,
Yeah, incredible.
right?
Yeah.
What?
He's
He's
very
like, I think he's like 5-7 years younger than Hadi. So in my
Lining him
opinion,
up.
if I were to put my money on somebody, it would probably be him
Yeah.
to beat Hadi. So I think it's just between them two, in my opinion. But
And you got to
Victor-
remember, he skipped the Arnold
Yeah.
right,
to keep his eye on the Olympia.
right.
Again, that's my opinion. Did he do that? I think so. But
Yeah,
he skipped it, and I think it was a great move. And put your chips into one pot. So let's see.
That's
if
what
it
I would
pays
do.
off.
If there was gambling in bodybuilding, I'd put all my chips
Yeah.
on Hani Rambod's athletes.
The one
All
thing
on
Drake
black.
Lunsford has a beautiful shape. He's a really beautiful. When he's standing on stage, he looks like a statue.
right.
Very narrow waist,
Yes.
and everything is wrong and wrong. His back is 3D. His back, I think he has the best back in on stage.
Yeah, best back, and I mean, like you said, best shape actually up
Yes,
there.
best
Him and
shape.
Samson up there.
Yes.
Best shape. Yes, and can't forget Brandon Curry, great shape too. But let's see if he's able to crack up and slip into the top 3. You know, let's see. He's been
very
posting
hard.
those
Top-
pictures by the doorway in the Oxygen Gym. Shout out to Oxygen.
So an interesting video surfaced of Steve Reeves,
Yes.
a legendary bodybuilder from I forgot what year is but it was an old video basically.
1920, you know.
Come on, Vic, stop.
Damn, Vic. I don't,
And there was a video surfaced of him, and basically the comments he made, I guess back then, stated that steroids and bodybuilding have no place in bodybuilding, and if you want to be on steroids, you should find another sport because it's about health and fitness. What do you guys think about it? Fast forward to now.
When did he say this?
I'm not sure exactly what year, but back in he passed away, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say because when he said this, steroids already. I mean,
They existed
given the
already. No,
year
they
you're looking
existed.
at, he probably said that. I mean, probably in the '60s, '70s.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
But he might have said it later in his life. I haven't seen the video. But
Did he bodybuild?
Steve Reeves?
Yeah.
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 How many pictures of him bodybuilding? I mean, I remember him from the movies.
We'll pull up some pictures of him here on the podcast.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, I
Keanu
wanna see
Reeves.
it.
Steve Reeves was
Keanu
the
Reeves, I know that, I
first
know that.
universe champion.
Yeah.
So universe champion, a world champion. Actually, Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "I was watching Steve Reeves, and I said,
Yes.
I wanna be him."
Interesting.
Yes.
But Arnold was on
he's
steroids.
he's
Yes.
basically influenced.
Actually, I do remember seeing the Weeder magazines. They put Steve Reeves on a lineup, and again, this is so long ago. So for him
It's
to
very
say
old,
that,
yeah.
that was when steroids were like just starting.
Yeah.
So I don't think he predicted that this would be an issue. Now, I mean,
Well, he predicted it. I mean.
no, he predicted it's not a place, but it's
a
embedded
place.
into the
Right.
sport. It's embedded, unless obviously you're natural and all that. But for the most part, it's embedded in bodybuilding. It's embedded in most sports that most people don't even know. I mean, that was his opinion, and again, it's so far it's been, contradicted.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not trying to throw shade on him because obviously he passed away and it's
Yeah,
an
yeah, rest
opinion.
in
But my
peace,
point is
Steve
this:
Reeves.
people say bodybuilding should be about health and fitness, but
It should.
bodybuilding is an extreme sport. We're talking about a very extreme sport, so
It's the X Games sport. It's a very
that's what I'm saying.
extreme.
So it's
and,
not about health and fitness necessarily.
I mean, that's the thing that changed bodybuilding as a freak show. It was the steroids. I mean, you would have left it out. There would have been some nice physique, but I don't think people would have just paid to see beach bodies.
It would not be a sport like it is.
Yeah. The way it's just people like freak shows. I mean, come on. I mean, otherwise, circus would have never, been a thing and all these other things. But people want to see the open class. They're still the ones bringing in the most money. And I know Steve Reeves, like Jack LaLanne, they weren't big guys on the whole steroids. And
I think Jack LaLanne was on steroids.
no, he was one also that spoke against it. He spoke against it too. And
Rest in peace to him too. But I'm just joking.
These
a
are
really
founding
legendary guy.
fathers of health and fitness, so they stuck by what they believe in, and they really wish they wouldn't have been part of bodybuilding. But
all the fitness industry comes out of the bodybuilding.
Yes.
Bodybuilder not exist, fitness not exist either.
They paved the way for,
Yes.
for other people to enjoy health and
Exactly.
fitness.
So
Right.
fitness exists. Yes, next after bodybuilders, after bodybuilding or bodybuilding show competition, no one thought fitness become bigger than the bodybuilding. So right now we have a huge
Right.
industry about fitness industry.
Yeah.
But the point is, who is the father of the fitness?
Exactly.
So bodybuilders and bodybuilding is the father of the fitness, as a respect for all the fitness guys. And I believe if bodybuilders not taking the steroids, not Mr. Olympia, world champion, universe, all these was happening, fitness not coming become fitness right now we saw it.
Yeah.
But as we said before in the show, many times over and over, unless you want to really pursue that extreme place, nobody at home should be even thinking about taking steroids. We in agreement with that, right?
Yeah,
yes, think about your health. Think about longevity. Think about basically how long you want to be around. I mean, steroids can hit you if you're lucky. It could land a career and also end your life one way or another, or it could cripple you. So it varies. Are you going to take that chance? Always ask yourself that question. Do you really want to take that chance? And
Is
a lot of us have.
it worth the squeeze, right? Is the
Is
juice
it worth the squeeze?
Juice,
Exactly.
literally. Wow. All right, I thought it was a good
Yes.
episode. Vic is back.
Yeah,
we're
man.
back at it.
Thank
man.
you guys for joining us. Gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys for joining us this week's episode. And please, you want to watch our prior episodes, please tune in to iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you stream your podcasts.